What's up, guys? We're rolling here. This week on 3D NerdStop, we're going to print out Han Solo's blaster. Alright guys, here we go. Here's the blaster we're going to do. It's Han Solo's blaster. It's a really nice looking model, so we're going to print this off and see how it comes out. So we would download this model. And you can see when we download this, it tells us what all the copyright permissions on it are. So of course you'll find this model in the description below. And we'll switch over here to Cura. Now I've already loaded the models up just so we can go ahead and have all of our settings done and everything. I already placed everything on the build plate because it took a little arranging, not particularly on this one, but on the second print to get everything on the one build plate. So we're going to do our settings today. We're going to do it at our layer height of 0.2. We're going to do our shell thickness top and bottom at 0.8 this time. We're going to do a 20% fill density. We are going to do our speed at 60, our print temperature at 210, and our bed at 50. Okay. This here we have the trigger and the hammer and the barrel. And these three pieces together is going to take 8 hours and 8 minutes. 41.2 meters of material, which is 123 grams, give or take. So we would save that off to an SD card, and then we'll take that over to the printer. Okay, here's our other one. This is our scope and our grips and our muzzle flash. We have all these. Now we're going to do these with the same settings at a 0.2 layer height, shell thickness top and bottom at 0.8, our fill density at 20%, our speed at 60, our temperature at 210, and our bed temperature at 50. We are doing support material on both the other model and this one, touching the build plate, because there's all types of little overhangs on this model. So we are doing support material on it. This model here is going to take 9 hours and 6 minutes. It's 35.35 meters of material, which is 105 grams, give or take. Alright guys, so we'll get this saved off to the SD card, get the printer heated up, and get her printing. Alright guys, here she is all printed out. Now we're ready for assembly. She came out really nice. She looks good. Where the support material was, it's a little rough. I did have to go through and do some filing. I did have to do a little bit of filing in places to get everything to fit together. I've already done a dry run just to make sure it would all fit. So let's start putting her together. We'll start with the scope here. Start by gluing this piece to this piece here. So it goes together like so. So we'll just take this, open up our super glue here, just give ourselves a nice thin little bead here, not too much. Hopefully that's not going to be too terribly much. And then we'll just sink that into place. And then we will give that about 15 seconds or so. There we go. That's about 20 seconds. And that's attached now. Now it's not perfectly dried, but it is adhered to it. So it's holding. So we'll just set that off to the side for a minute. Okay, let's start putting the main gun together here now. So we're going to take this, and we're going to put some glue right back here. Just put ourselves a little bit of glue back here. There we go. Then we'll take this piece, and it glues itself in place right here. Make sure it's pushed into place. We'll give that a good squeeze, tight squeeze, and give it about 20 seconds. There we go. It's stuck now. That's not, like I said, I could break it free if I needed to, but I don't. So now what we're going to do is we're going to glue the next piece on here, which is the trigger, which goes on here. So we'll take that and put some glue here. Starting to run out of glue. Hope I have enough. Little glue there. Little glue all the way up around here and down through here. Get it all nicely glued. So we'll take that. Now we can take this piece, hold that piece in place still, and put this and this together. And give that 20 seconds. Alright. Now that's got that stuck to it. We had a little bit of a bloop out here. Just take something and wipe that off. Something we don't care about ruining. There we go. I've gotten that far put together. It's starting to look good. Okay, now we can put the handle on. So this is the handle, and the handle sits here like this. So we'll throw some glue on this and stick it in there. And again, we'll let it sit for 20 seconds. There we go. Now I got that in place. We'll let it sit for 20 seconds. Alright guys, so now that's had 20 seconds to get stuck to it, so that's looking pretty good. So now the next thing we need to do is we need to glue these pieces on. Got a little something back there. It's okay. Need to glue these pieces on here. Now, you can put a screw in there, which would screw into this, but you'd have to get just the right size screw and drill and all that to do, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to glue these in place. I don't ever need to take them off, so I'll glue them in place. So we'll just put a little bit of glue here. There we go. Get a little bit of glue here, up here, around here, over here, up here, across here. There we go. I should have it well glued in place. Get it on here and try and get it all lined up. That's the fun part. Give it a little bit of pressure, and we'll let that sit for 20 seconds. There we go. So now that's stuck. So now we can turn it over, and we can do the same to the other side. So you don't want to put a lot of glue, it's just a little bit of glue. You just got to get it started. Really need to get some new glue. This tube's about dead. And you just kind of get it smearing a little bit. If you put too much glue, it takes way too long for it to dry. So there we go. As you can see, we got that. Now we can take this piece and just set it up here where it goes. Get it lined up nice and neatly, like so. Careful not to touch the sides, we don't want to glue our fingers to it. And then give her a little hold and give it 20 seconds. And there we go. Oops, almost got my finger glued to it here. See, I got a little bit on my finger and was holding it and almost stuck myself to it. But there we go. Now I got the hand grip on and the trigger on. A little bit of excess glue, got to be careful. It gushed out. That'll go away, but it'll be fine up in the future. Let's see, what do we need to do now? Let's glue the muzzle flash on. This is our muzzle flash. So this would go on here now. You do have to be a little careful with this, if y'all can see this. This piece is smaller around than the hole, so it kind of wobbles around in here, so I'm going to have to try and figure out right about where center is and hopefully get it to stay there long enough to glue itself in place. So that's going to be our goal. Let's see if we can do it. Get a little bit of glue going here. Get it all the way around if we can. Try not to get too much. And see what we can do about positioning it. And let's see if we can give that about 20 seconds to dry. And that's about 20 seconds. So that should, oh, nope, didn't quite have it. Let's give it another 20. Might have gotten a little more glue on there than I meant to. Alright guys, there we go. We're not going to tug on it. We'll just leave it sit there. Hopefully that'll not fall off while we're trying to put the rest of this stuff on. We're almost done. So we'll just lay that down there gently. Hopefully we won't glue it to the table. Next thing we need to do is we need to glue the scope, which is this, into the scope bracket here. So it goes kind of like that. And then these come over and you glue them on top of it, like so. Okay, as you can see, hopefully you can see this here, it closes well here, but it does leave a gap in the back. And there's nothing I can do about that. That's just the way it printed. So I'll leave the gap in the back because that's the part you don't see as much. I did think about maybe trying to even the gap, which I might do when I go to glue it. Just glue this to the top of this rail, to the top of the scope. But we'll see when it comes down to gluing it if I can get that to sit where I like it. Because if I can get it like that where it's an even gap on both sides, that's closer to how a real scope looks when it's mounted. These plates usually have a little bit of a gap sometimes in them, depending on the mounting plate and the type of scope, whether the mount plate was made for that exact scope or stuff like that with real guns. So we might do it that way. So that being said, let's glue the scope into the mount. Give that about 20 seconds, and then we'll glue each of these two pieces on, doing them both the same. So if I glue one tottered, I have to glue the other one the same way. And then that'll be done, and then we'll attach that to the side of the gun. And then once we do that, the whole thing will be done. Well, we have one more piece of glue on. But other than that, we'll be really close to being done. So let's glue this all together. So let's take that off. Throw ourselves a little bit of glue inside here. Try and glue that piece in place. Take it, trying to get the disc as straight up and down as possible compared to the sight. And just pop that piece in place. Let's see. go. That looks pretty good. And give it 20 seconds. Alright, I should have that pretty much glued into place. So we'll set that there. Then we'll take our first one of these and we'll put our glue inside here. Uh-oh. Come on, give me some glue. There we go. You gotta be a little careful with all these pieces. Even though they're sticking well at 20 seconds, you can still knock them free. So when you put them on, you just gotta try and be careful with them still. It takes about 24 hours for the glue to completely set. Alright, let's see. Try and get that straight up and back, and left and right. There we go. That looks pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, let's let that sit for 20 seconds. Alright, that should have that one well stuck. That looks pretty good. I think it'll work okay with the front one too, so we'll do it the same. Alright. Got the glue in there. Got it popped on. Need to get it to come forward. Oop, too far forward. Go back a little bit. Left and right teeter. Needs to come back just a hair. Looks like it's already starting to stick, so we'll just have to stick it where it is. Looks pretty good. Let's let that 20 seconds to dry, or well, to hold. There we go. Well, looks pretty good. Now we just need to glue this piece on the back here. So we'll just dab a little glue on here. There we go. Get that on there nicely. Boom. And put this on. And give her 20 seconds. Alright. Last piece to glue on is to mount this right here to the gun. Like so. And by mounting that on, that'll complete the assembly of all the gluing of it together. So we'll put that on here real quick. There we go. Get that where we want it as quickly as possible. There we go. And give that 20 seconds. Alright guys, there it is. She's all glued together and done. She looks fantastic. That is a really nice model. It looks really cool. One of the things I might do if I ever decide to finish this model is get some screw heads, because in the movie you can see that there's a screw right here. Just get some screw heads and cut off the screw part and just glue the screw head in there. I don't really need a screw to go in there because I glued all that together. But as you can see, she looks fabulous. It's a very nice print, not hard to do. And she came out really nice, real easy to glue together. Not a whole lot of finishing needing, just a little bit of cleanup here and there to get all the pieces to fit together well. So she did wonderful, guys. Alright guys, there you go. There's Han Solo's blaster. She looks great. She's a beautiful model. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, have a great day.